What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Raymond Taco Forever. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back with another video. Before I get into that video, I want to remind everyone that I leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up, and if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist. If you like my channel or find my channel useful, take a moment to subscribe and turn on post bell notifications. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a new video. Today I'm back on the video. Today I'm sharing my thoughts on Diddy sued after former model claims she was sexually assaulted by him in 2003. She was sexually assaulted by Diddy in 2003. Wow. I want to read an article that way I can get it right, understanding everything. According to TMZ TV, Diddy faces yet another lawsuit after a model claims he sexually assaulted her back in 2003. In a new lawsuit, Crystal McKinney claims she met Diddy during a New York Fashion Week event in 2003. At the meeting, she claims he invited her back to his place. She says when she arrived, she took a hit of a joint being passed around and felt it was laced with some other drug. Crystal says Diddy asked her to follow him to the bathroom where he then allegedly forced her to perform oral sex. She says she later lost consciousness and claims she then woke up in a cab and realized she was sexually assaulted. Wow. So she went to a Diddy. So Chris, let me read that one more time. Let me read that one more time. According to TMZ, Diddy faced yet another lawsuit after a model claims he sexually assaulted her back in 2003. In the new lawsuit, Crystal McKinney claims she met Diddy during a New York Fashion Week event in 2003. After meeting, she claimed he invited her back to his place. She says when she arrived, she took a hit of a joint being passed around and felt it was laced with some other drug. And if you knew it was laced with some other drug, why didn't you leave right then and there? If you knew all of that, why didn't you leave right then and there? Crystal says Diddy asked her to follow him to the bathroom where he then allegedly forced her to perform oral sex. She says she later lost consciousness and claims she then woke up in a cab and realized she was sexually assaulted. Now, this story leads to a lot of questions, but at the same time, it's sad that it happened, and I hope that she do get justice. It was back in 2003, and this is 2024. That's what, 13, 23, that's 21 years ago. 21 years ago that this has happened. And she says she met him at a fashion show. He invited her back to his house. She hit a joint that she know was laced with something else, other drugs. So she was there to acknowledge that. That should have been her sign right there to leave. You just hit a joint that was laced with another drug. That should have been her sign, her cue to leave right then and there. But instead of her leave, she stood and stayed and partied. You know, while partying with Diddy, he asked her to follow him to the bathroom where he forced her to perform oral sex on him. Now, I wonder how did he force her to perform oral sex on him? But it says Diddy forced her to perform oral sex on him. She didn't go into much detail, but this story is still unfolding and still being investigated. And it sounds similar to all the other stories. It sounds similar to all the other sexual assault lawsuits going around by him. I'm not going to say whether he's guilty or innocent at the moment, but I will say a lot going on. A lot of these stories sounded the same, and multiple women coming forward. So he could be guilty, he could not be guilty, but you know, the court has the last say. The court system has the last say. I will be watching and paying attention and looking forward to more info coming out, and we'll share my thoughts on everything as it comes out. But I do want to go on record saying, when she acknowledged that blunt that she hit was laced with other drugs, that should have been her cue to leave. That should have been her cue to leave. But I guess being hungry and eager to make connections and get that door completely open for herself, she stayed and partied. And her staying at the party and partying with Diddy led to Diddy asking her to follow him to the bathroom where he forced her to perform oral sex on him. Don't know how he forced her to perform or censor her. I'm sure the details of that will come out later in court when she take the witness stand. But it's just another crazy situation. It's just another crazy situation, and I hope it plays out in a way where both parties would be pleased with the results. For a shout out my shot video the last Sunday in June, y'all tell me in the comments how you feel about this situation, and I will give you a shout out my shot video the last Sunday in June. If you like my thoughts on this situation, take a moment to subscribe and turn on post bell notifications. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a new video. I do leave a link to a different playlist in the area description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist.